Hey guys, and welcome back to the third and final segment of the College Recruitment series. You guys have made your top 10 list, you've attended the College ID camps, and now it's time to make a decision. One of the biggest questions you're probably wondering is, how can I get some sort of scholarship to help me play college soccer? And that's exactly what we're going to answer today. Before we start, make sure you guys smash the like button and hit subscribe. We just hit 800 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I really appreciate all of your guys' support and look forward to creating content that hopefully can be helpful on your journey. With that being said, let's get right into it. I'll see you guys soon. There are thousands of players all around the country trying to receive athletic scholarships to go play college soccer. The simple reality is that coaching staffs do not have the resources to give every one of those players a scholarship. In fact, it's extremely hard to be one of those players selected to get an athletic scholarship. Let's take a look at a pretty interesting chart from US Sports Scholarships. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking. On average, for any division level, there's a roster size of about 30 guys. Unfortunately, D3 schools don't offer athletic scholarships. We'll get into that later. So if we just take a look at D1 and D2, there's roughly 9 max scholarships to hand out. And I'm going to make matters even worse. Let's assume that your school wants to do international recruiting and signs 3 international players. I can promise you right now that those 3 players will 100% be on full ride scholarships. So what does that mean? Your now 9 max scholarships have decreased to 6. That means 6 full scholarships for 27 players. Now I understand you're probably stressing out right now. How can I be one of those 27 players to get an athletic scholarship so I can play college soccer, especially when tuitions for schools are extremely expensive? Well, what I want to do is I want to hit 3 key points today that can help you during this process. Key number 1, your unofficial or your official visit. Now, this usually happens after your coach has evaluated a couple times and has decided that you have the necessary skills to play for his or her team. If you're looking for ideas on how to stand out to a college coach by your play, I've linked the video above that I did last week and the prior week in the College Recruitment series that kind of hits on that. So now it's time to schedule your unofficial or official visit. Most of the time, this means that the coach has invited you to come check out the school, look around the campus, maybe have a 1v1 meeting with him and his coaching staff, and even check out a practice with their current squad. Okay, massive disclaimer here. It is important that you realize just because you were invited to go check out the school by the coach does not mean you've sealed the deal. Many coaches like to use the unofficial and official visit to determine if you would be a good fit for their program. This is like the final evaluation. This is your opportunity to show the coach why you belong at the school and also on the team. It's also a chance for you to see if you like the school, which is just as important. Remember, all this is building up for you trying to get some sort of scholarship to play college soccer. So let's hit 3 things that you should be doing on your visit. Number 1, don't let your parents steal the show. And what I mean by this is that this is going to be your college that you're going to, not your parents. Don't let your parents be the one talking and asking questions. Be confident and be engaging. Be the one who's starting conversations. Coaches notice those things. Number 2, ask a lot of questions. This is a great way to seem passionate about the school and that you've done some research and you're willing to find out even more. Here's an example of some questions I might ask. When, where, and how often does the team train? Why the coach became interested in you specifically? What's the typical day-to-day life of a player? And if the team has any specific philosophy. And number 3, dress properly. And guys, listen, I am no fashion connoisseur, but this is your visit and this is your chance to sell yourself to the coach. Look professional. Don't look like you just rolled out of bed. All right, the second major key is how to negotiate and receive an offer for a scholarship. If you've impressed the coach by your visit, your play, and it's gotten to the point where they think you'd be a good fit for their program, you'll receive some sort of scholarship, either written or verbal. Make sure you guys understand which one it is. The offer might just be acceptance onto the team, but hopefully it includes some sort of scholarship. This is a great reason to bring your parents along. There's a lot of things going on emotionally and you're super excited, so I just want to hit 3 things that you should do and try to focus on. Number 1, if you do receive a college scholarship, be thankful. Always express gratitude to the coaching staff. Number 2, review the offer carefully. And this is a big one. chances are very high that there's specific conditions within the college scholarship that you're going to have to adhere to, like maintaining a GPA, enrolling in a specific amount of credits every semester. This is why another reason to have your parents there. When you go through this for the first time, it's a lot to process. You want to have a support group with you who can read it over carefully. The offer might even contain a clause that says that they want to redshirt you the first year. Redshirting means that the school and the coaching staff want to delay or suspend your participation in the sport, so you wouldn't be able to play in games. You could train all year, but your first year you wouldn't be able to play in games because they want to extend your eligibility. This might mean that the university wants to train you for a year until they think you're ready to enter the college environment. Now, the reason why I say check this over is that for me, I know I wanted to go in and play right away. Let me give you guys an easy personal example that will hopefully help you understand why it is so important to have someone there with you. The two schools that were interested in me both wanted me to come on official visits. I went to the first school, I had the meeting with the coaches, my parents came with me. The coaches offered me a scholarship. They said, Eric, we want you to come play for our school. Now, I was so emotionally excited that I didn't hear what the coaching staff said next. And luckily, my parents were there, and they caught me up later after the meeting. Here's what they said. Hi, Eric. We'd love for you to come play for us. Here's your college scholarship. Now, since you did so well academically, we'd love for you to come in the first 2 years of your time here at the school and raise the cumulative GPA of our team. And then by junior year, we think that you're going to have an opportunity to fight for playing time. Thankfully, with my parents being there, we talked about it after, and we knew right away that the school would no longer be a good fit for me. I wanted to play. I was not going there to sit on the bench. Now, regardless of what I want, I just want to show you guys, without my parents being there, I wouldn't have known that. So whatever you guys want to get out of playing college soccer, you need to decide that on your own. But I can tell you right now, having someone there to support me definitely helped with my decision-making process. Number 3, if you decide to negotiate the offer, be very careful on how you approach this. First and foremost, realize that receiving a college scholarship is very rare. It does not happen to many players. That being said, if you did receive multiple scholarships, there may be a way to use them in your favor to negotiate. Let's say one school offered you 40% of your tuition covered, but the school that you want to go to only offered you 30%. What you can do is you can go back to your preferred school and tell them that you got an offer for 40% from another school, and that although you really want to play for their school, you'll need some time to consider their options. Now, the goal here is that they'll eventually come back and match that 40%. With that being said, be careful and make sure you are polite and respectful during this process. College scholarships are not given out on a daily basis. Regardless of your decision, you should always express your gratitude and be thankful to the coaching staffs that offer you. Last thing I want to mention on this before we go to the third key is that make sure whatever offer you have is good for 4 years. Sometimes schools like to get a little tricky, and when they offer you, it's only good for 1 year. Hey, we're going to offer you 50% athletic scholarship for the 2022 to 2023 season. Wow, that's great. Well, what about the other 3 years that you're there? So that's why you want to make sure you review and read everything very carefully. All right, number 3, the final key. The academic scholarship. Guys, if you've made it to the final part of the video, I'm telling you, this third key is the gold mine. This is honestly one of the most important part of college scholarships that always gets overlooked by players. Remember how we just talked about there being only 6 full scholarships for a roster of 27 players? Well, financially, that can be extremely tough. Even if you receive a 20 to 30% athletic scholarship, you still need to find another way to pay the other 70%. Let's say your college tuition is $50,000. That means you've only taken care of $10,000 to $15,000. Where does the other $35,000 come from? That is where academic scholarships can come into play. And when I mean academic scholarships, I mean any type of resource, donors, private scholarships that will help you pay less. And I know we all joke about doing well in school and that our parents are always telling us we need to get good grades. But guys, there's a reason why this is a gold mine. There's a reason why not a lot of players take advantage of this, because they don't know this. The better you do in school, the better grades you get, the more opportunity you're giving yourself to receive more money to go to school. And this is something you guys can start doing now. As you limit down your school list to your 2-3 final schools of choice, start reaching out to the financial aid offices of those schools. They might be able to tell you how much you're willing to qualify for an academic scholarship. If you do this before your final meetings with the coaching staffs of your 2-3 schools of choice, then you'll already have a rough estimate of what you're getting academically on top of if you receive an athletic scholarship as well. So with that being said, do the best you can in school. Get the highest GPAs possible. Kick butt on the standardized tests, the ACT, the SAT, because that will have a direct impact on how much money you get. At the end of the day, guys, this is all based off of my college recruitment process. As I said 1,000 times in all my videos, everybody's journey is different. And that's it. I hope you guys can take this information in one way or another to help you on your journey. Remember the 3 keys for success that we talked about today regarding college scholarships: the unofficial and official visits, how to review and negotiate an offer, and then the importance of academic scholarships. At the end of the day, I know and I'm confident that you guys will get to your dream school as long as you stay on the grind. I'll see you guys soon.